Christians. To me, it always signals danger to me on the part of those, particularly celebrities, who do this. Crown themselves king. Crown themselves king. Let me give you an example of some of the people that have done this, besides 47 here. Michael Jackson crowned himself king of pop. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. Biggie Smalls, the king of New York. LeBron James now calls himself King James. Kendrick Lamar, his is a little unique because he wears a crown of diamond encrusted thorns, mimicking and mocking himself as someone who is in the place of the Lord Jesus Christ in whatever capacity he views it. I'm sure many of you will just deem it entertainment. It's mockery. Prince is another one who didn't call himself king, but he did refer to himself as Prince, and he donned the moniker of royalty and one who reigns. And here we have 47 doing the same thing. Now, even though Kendrick Lamar is still alive, and even though LeBron James is still alive, and even though 47 is still alive, in the past, there has been a little bit of a track record of those who have made themselves out to be kings, to accept title as kings. They ended up having tragic or otherwise ignominious circumstances as to how their lives ended up. Not necessarily in terms of death. For instance, R. Kelly. R. Kelly has always been referred to as the king of R&B. And even later days, you've heard people say the same thing about Usher or Chris Brown. But R. Kelly was the bigger one who has been referred to as the king of R&B. And you look at his circumstances. You look at Biggie Smalls, for example. He sat down for a photo shoot wearing a crown on his head, giving him the name the King of New York. And it was 3 days later where he perished by violent hands. So what am I saying here? Am I making a prediction? No. What I am saying is this. It's a bad look when you make yourself out to be a king. When you make yourself out to be a king, you put yourself as one who is trespassing on the glory of God. Making yourself out to be a king you are taking on the role as someone who has no problem trespassing on God's property. This man should be warned. Kendrick Lamar should be warned. LeBron James should be warned. People that make themselves out to be kings need to understand God sees and God hears. Be provoked and be persuaded.